Hi folks, a very warm welcome to you. As per usual, my name is Nick and we're looking at a rather curiously named game here. It's called Run Baby Run, published by Microgold in 1983, so it's one of the early ones. It's a maze game as such. It's got exotic locations here such as Bolton Gas Works, but essentially you control a cyan blue car and you must, you're being chased by the police, those white cars along the bottom. They will chase you. You need to trick them to crash into each other, right? As soon as they've all crashed into each other, then the yellow car will shoot at you while you try and escape out of a revealed exit. So here I go. It's three buttons here, left and right, which is a little bit awkward because it's left and right depending on what direction you're facing. The white cars are coming behind me, so you need to be a little bit careful, a little bit tricky to get them to crash there. Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it, really? So, here we go. Right, two crash into each other, and that's represented by those purple triangle things. If I crash into those, I think I'm in trouble. There we go. Oh, now we're off. We didn't complete that one, but anyway, we're off to Huddersfield Foundry. If you're from Huddersfield Foundry, let me know. So, it's got all the best exotic locations in the world. Royal Albert Dock. I'm surprised that Rockstar, the people that do Grand Theft Auto, they haven't done a Huddersfield there in one of their maps. Anyway, right. So it doesn't seem to matter to get to the next stage whether you are successful or not. But just try and be successful. Oh man, this is doing my eyes in. Right, I'm going around in circles. Hopefully they'll all crash into each other. Right, that's two crashed into each other. That's another two crashed into each other, so maybe I'm getting better as we zip around the dock. Oh no, they bashed into me. Now we're off to Grantham Scrapyard. Hooray! See, I bet you, before looking at the review of this game, you've never heard of Grantham Scrapyard. Maybe do a Google search, maybe look at the pictures. I'm sure there's some image search there to see if it's somewhere you want to go on your holidays. No lives as we go to Oxford Brewery. Now we're talking. Let's stop off for a pint. Don't drink and drive though. So essentially, I'm going to run out of stuff to say in this game, but essentially, you're being chased by 7 police cars or 6 police cars. Get them to crash into each other. As soon as that's happened, the yellow car will start firing at you. Don't let it fire at you. Some exits will open up and you've got to escape. But even if you don't escape, you go on to the next stage anyway. These reviews aren't about expert gameplay, and man, this is a curio. They're about seeing how you would have got on the game your first and second go, and were doing enough to want to play it again. Now, although there's not much to this game, although I'm finding it initially awkward with the controls, there's something about it which says the young kid, Nick, might have been getting obsessed with this, although there weren't much going on. Because I was into toy cars, this is looking like toy cars going around in a circle, and there's some sort of addictiveness to it, which I don't not having as much as an adult for sure, where I want to see what happens when you destroy all the police cars. But no doubt you go on to the next stage anyway. You're going to see all the levels, regardless if you're good or bad, so one could say the game is largely pointless, with no point of getting good at it at all. But anyway, it's here, it's 1983, and this is what games were like back in the day, baby. I don't think it's going to get a PS5 HD remake or anything like that, but yes, I've tricked 2 of the fools to crash into each other. Maybe Need for Speed got influenced by this, or maybe they didn't. Right, okay. You can hear the sound a little bit. Right, what we got? We've got 3 cars left, and the way I keep dying is when I fumble over my keys knowing which direction to go in. I need to trick these 3 to crash into each other, and then we're good. No. Alright, good. So what we got? We've got 2 left. 2 left. When they crash into each other, they only seem to lose 1 car. Okay. Well, I've got stuck again. Sort it out, Nicky. The white cars will follow you to a degree. So this is the most successful I've been so far. Maybe they'll crash into each other naturally. Oh, and I've bashed into that magenta thing, and that's game over. Off we go to the Huddersfield Foundry. So you don't be shy. In the comment section, write down your favourite location in the game. It's quite exotic, I know. Yes. It's a maze 2D drive around for some reason type game. Trick the cars into crashing into each other, and that's about it. Now, we aim the reviews, funny enough, to be about 10 minutes in length, but they will go on a bit longer if I'm enjoying myself. In this case, it feels a little bit like a type-in, although it wasn't. In this case, I'm struggling already, and I think we've only been playing it just a few minutes. But anyway, if I can complete one level properly, I would be pleased. If you've been more successful in this game, let me know. I'm not sure if it come out on any other systems. It's one of those games that someone might have created it in their own bedroom in the course of about, I don't know, a day, then sent it off, and then Micro Gold published it in 1983. But the ZX Spectrum 48K was only kicking in 1982, so they're probably shouting for games to come out, and it would have been just a great thing, naive days, early days, it'd be a great thing just to see stuff moving on your TV screen outside CFAX or Teletext, which you can actually have some sort of like degree of influence over. Could have done a Maze Designer. They weren't a sequel. They weren't Run Baby Run 2. But why is it called Run Baby Run Baby? I would have called it Police Chase. Maybe that was already taken. There was Chase HQ, wasn't there? So there's the high score table there, red on yellow, and it's back to the Bolton Gas Works. Big shout out to everyone that's working at the Bolton Gas Works. I hope everything is good. Wave back or comment in the comment section there. What's so good about the Bolton Gas Works? And is this an accurate layout of the Bolton Gas Works? I can't see any gas coming from anywhere. Do you get annoyed there's cars driving like this all through the car park the whole time? One cyan car being chased by the police. And it doesn't say in the instructions, as far as I can see, why the police are chasing this cyan car. Maybe he hasn't paid his MOT, or maybe he's got a blinking brake light. Right, so they're all following me now. Let's do a bit of weaving. Go back on ourselves, maybe. Ideally, I think to be successful, this you need to do some kind of figure of eight. So they're all crossing over each other, and just be a bit lucky that you don't crash into any of them. So at the moment, I'm just zipping them in like a very comfortable circle here. That might help. No, it's not going to. Right, okay. So they're close together at least. Oh man. If I had a bit more dexterity, what I'd do is go into all those like cul-de-sac bits and do just a sharp turn, so they crash into each other, no doubt, just going through that bit. Imagine this game in cockpit view. That might be a bit more exciting, but I think cockpit view was a bit beyond the technology of 1983. What year was Checkered Flag? That might have been round about that sort of time, but you certainly couldn't have had 6 other cars. Checkered Flag really pushed it to a point where you couldn't have any other opponents to race against. It was just you doing, fastest lap as you can, or qualifying lap, so to speak, there, and then try and beat yourself the next time. But you know about Checkered Flag, as I get bashed again. And it's another trip to the Huddersfield Foundry. Put your favourite game below that involves the Huddersfield Foundry. I'm sure there's quite a few. Maybe Forza Horizon goes there, I haven't checked. Or maybe Frontier Elite, that one online. What's that one online called? Frontier Dangerous or whatever it was. They might go there, but they're not sure they go to the Grantham Scrapyard. Where is Grantham? Somewhere up north, I'd imagine. So I guess the person that wrote this might have been from that sort of area. 83, I suppose this will work on the 16K. It doesn't look that far advanced. If you're liking your ZX Spectrum stuff, not all the games as basic as this, but quite a few are. If you want to, they are fun to see from a historical point of view. I never heard of this one, but if you want to see other ZX Spectrum games on the channel, they're all in a playlist. To get there, click on my username. That takes you to the channel page. Click on the playlist tab if it's still there, and then there'll be ZX Spectrum along with a load of other systems as well. So enjoy yourself. If you're feeling down, it's all about beating stress. We come together as a community. Hopefully we do in the comment sections and stuff. That was my whole aim. I've suffered from a bit of stress in the past myself, and you never completely defeat it. So in the meantime, let's just have a bit of a laugh and celebrate they're all alive, playing this amazing game. 8-bit, Run Baby Run. Who'd have thought it? You know, some people have lived their whole lives and never played this game, or never even seen it. How about that? So you're the chosen few. I don't know how many views this video has got. Maybe a couple of hundred at best. But you're one of those people, so well done you. As we go to the Oxford Brewery, and hopefully one day I'll meet you at the Oxford Brewery, and wherever that may be, Oxford I suppose, and we'll have about 600 pints, or the drink of your choice. Bid. The car never runs out of fuel. We just drive round and 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 round. Can you see what I mean though? As one of these games that a kid would play it for hours and not know why. There's not much going on. They're playing toy cars essentially, trying to create crashes. I've just created one. But as soon as you get the tactics, I think, for creating the crash and the dexterity of going left or right and stuff, I think you're there. You can brake the car also. When I say brake, I mean slow down. And that's about it really. But see the cars there going from the bottom. I think the best I did was about 2 cars left, wasn't it really? So if I was a kid without getting distracted by stuff, I'm quite confident I would have completed at least stage 1 legitimately around the gas works. And then once I'd done that, I think it would have got quite addictive. Although basic as it is, be extremely difficult to get a kid interested in this game now. Even on the phone when they've got nothing else to do. Driving around like a wally. Right, this will be my last go on the thing. I don't think we need to take this any further. But anyway, the Royal Albert Dock. Well done me. I think I've managed to get a review out of this. That's great. So, it's a basic game. Addictive for a kid, but hasn't aged well. Terrible for an adult. Feels a bit like a type-in, but it moves quick enough. Stuff moving on the same screen at the same time without any slowdown, so it isn't done in basic, really. It's a step above, although a micro step above. It's fairly straightforward what you need to do. Even if you're not successful, it goes on to the next stage anyway, so you're going to see the whole of the game. But that's pretty much it. It's a kid playing with cars around his bedroom floor. That's all I can lighten it to, but on the TV screen instead. So it would have sufficed, but it's not going to go down in anyone's greatest games of all time, I do not think. It's 1983, baby. It's Run Baby. No, Run Baby Run, not Baby Run. Oh dear. Run Baby Run Jelly Baby. Something like that. Bib, 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 bib. Right, the Oxford Brewery, and then I think it's Game Over Big Nose, as we've come to expect. Right, across the top there, what we got? We've got 4 cars. Oh, you see, I've got my steering mixed up. Anyway, hope you liked having a look at that game. I've said all I've had to say about it. That was Run Baby Run on the zxspectrum, published by Micro Gold in 1983. If you've got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, or even toy cars if you want to, put your favourite there, you're more than welcome. I love reading your comments and it does bring activity to the channel, so thanks for watching, folks. Until next time, take great care of yourself and are very fond. Goodbye.
Goodbye.